Hello people of YouTube and welcome back. So yeah, it's been quite a while since I've done one of these, for at least my standards anyway. Kind of got back into the swing of things and then we've sort of fallen back out of it again, haven't we? So yeah, cheers. We're just drinking piss water right now, nothing alcoholic. I had a bottle of wine last night and it just sort of like knocked me out a little bit today. Yeah, feeling a bit of the winter blues, hence why there's not been really many videos of recent times. I've just been sticking to playing video games, you know, that's kind of why we collect all this crap, isn't it? So yeah, I've played that many video games this month. I'll probably be doing a video shortly as well. Of the games I've beaten and probably the ones I haven't as well, because I've beat quite a lot of them. Too many, but that might change, who knows. But yeah, the winter blues has really got to me. Yeah, so I was watching Hyper Trigger X. He did a video and it just sort of like kicked me into gear. So go watch his video. Either pause mine and watch his, or watch it after this. I'll put a link down below because I don't think people have forgotten. How can you forget about Dylan? But yeah, it'd be just nice for him to get a few more views because he's picked up some cool stuff. Some cool stuff indeed. Definitely stuff that I would get, if not got already. But yeah, how's everyone been doing anyway? The weather's been a bit atrocious recently. That was one of the things that's kind of like I've been procrastinating about this weekend. My roof blew off on Friday because of them bloody high winds and everything like that. It's been holding on for dear life, I guess, for the last month. But yeah, just couldn't handle it anymore last night. So hopefully there's not going to be any more of that, because I did a bit of a temporary fix because I want to replace in my sheds eventually. They're not there for good. They're just there for temporary. So yeah, a bit boring subject, isn't it? Everyone's here about games, and yeah, I've got games. I've got a big stack of them here. All retro, although one is a modern re-release of retro, so that'd be quite cool to go into. I've also got a new camera. Well, not a new camera, a new phone, so I can actually see without cutting my head off. Yeah, everything's in reverse at the moment, so I don't know if I'll have to do anything to reverse it back, because yeah, I suppose it makes it a bit easier to show and stuff like that. So hopefully we will be doing things a lot better. But anyway, right, what have I got? Stop waffling on and show the games. I've not actually seen what I've got for a while. So I was going to do like oldest to newest. I just realised this isn't in any kind of order really. I just did it sight at scene. So right, we'll do it now. Right, so I think it's pretty much oldest to newest. I mean, the first two probably isn't, but it's PC Engine. Oof, can you believe it? Me picking up some PC Engine. Is it all imports? There's a lot of imports, but I think people know what most of it is. And it's not all shooters, but most of it is. You know what I'm like. Right, so yeah, Fantasy Zone. Yeah, to me, this is all in back to front. So yeah, I'm going to have trouble reading all this. So, where did I get this from? Oh, this was just from eBay. Just from eBay, like it's a problem. But yeah, I got this. This was quite a good deal actually. We got this. I've been looking for this for ages. I completely forgot that I needed this. So my list of, I think it was like 13 PC Engine shooters that I needed kind of got raised up a little bit, because I did own some of them, but I didn't put them on my list. But I owned them loose, like this one. So I've recently moved the loose copy on. I did a trade with someone, and yeah, he's got this game and I've got this in a nice fancy big box for my PC Engine shooter collection. So yeah, I think we all know about Fantasy Zone. It's such a great game. Fantastic colours. It's basically Defender, but then like as if it was like a sequel of some kind, because you can upgrade. There's bosses, and I always find this bloody brutally difficult. But yeah, I really need to go through and play this again. I always get to the second stage and always get like frustrated and have to turn it off. I'll probably get killed. So one day, maybe today, because like I've kind of got to a bit of a, I've not really been in this game room too much to play games. So yeah, I might have to play this soon. Although my PC Engine's still not well at the moment. I still need to get that sorted. So yeah, it won't be the PC Engine version I'll be playing. Yeah, Tiger Heli next. Tiger Heli. Kyukyo Tiger or Twin Cobra. as people probably know it as. So yeah, this one, I can't believe how much this one shot up to recently. But yeah, another one I had loose and have upgraded it. So actually how this one come about, this wasn't from eBay. This was from Game Zone, Bird Room. He texted me randomly and he was like, oh, he's got a friend who's just shipped a load of games over from Japan and he's selling them off. He's bought to sell. Do I fancy any? And I'm like, trying not to buy games at the moment, but go on then, let's have a look. And yeah, there was quite a handful that I wanted, and this one I've missed out on this quite cheap a couple of times, but yeah, this is not a cheap game anymore, which is really surprisingly. I don't know why. I mean, it's probably one of them games that's going to go up and then go down. I can't really tell, but the artwork is phenomenal. Oh, too much bloody screen glare, too many lights going on. Trying to have like the dark aesthetic with being able to see as well. It's quite a hard balance to get, really. But yeah, fantastic game. I'm sure people know what this is on the Mega Drive. Like I say, it's quite a commonish game. But yeah, fantastic toe plan shooter, a classic but understatedly hard. It's always a good time played, this game. It really is. Like I say, it's kind of like one of them comfort food games. Not that I don't think I've never 1cc'd this, so again I think I'm gonna try and 1cc a few more shooters this year. Definitely just have a weekend of it. I'd love to, in fact I'd love to play this right now. In fact, I can play the Mega Drive version, so it's all good. We've got the Mega Drive version. Double dip. I feel like bloody Dylan, all this double dipping. I've got a game and it's not a shooter. And it is what is it? I don't know. Legendary Axe, of course it is. Again, another one I had loose, and I wanted fully complete. Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic game. Really enjoy this. When I first played it, I didn't really understand it. It just felt a bit clunky, and it is. I suppose it really is. It's very dated. It's very of its time, but it's so cool. It's such a fun but brutally hard platformer. So this, I originally got this when I first got a PC. Well, not PC Engine. It was a TurboGrafx, the PAL one. God, that was probably like 10 years ago or something. And I got this with it as a loose hue card. I think it was the American version that I got though. And yeah, absolutely great to get. Great to have back into the collection. Yeah. There is a sequel, and I can't remember if I've got it or not. That's the problem about these games, is I can't really tell what the games are through the spine arts. But yeah, these are in great condition. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, I've got, Jesus Christ, got all of the foams and everything like that. Everything just looks like brand new, almost as if the bloody repros. You've not sent me some repros, have you? They are bloody really good condition. So next up we have got Salamander. Another really hard game. Well, not really hard, but harder than you'd expect game to get, just because of how fantastic these games are. They're very popular. Everyone knows about them, and yeah, I suppose it's that fun. I mean, Salamander's got some of the coolest box arts going, hasn't it? So trying to get away from the glare. Some of the coolest box arts, hasn't it? So yeah, this is probably pinnacle of PC Engine shooters. Again, on any system, it is the pinnacle, isn't it? So I recently got this on the Sega Saturn again. So why do I need it? Well, it's just the problems that we have, like double dipping. I've got it on the NES. I've got it on the PC Engine. I've got it on the Saturn. I'm sure there's probably other versions I've got as well. But yeah, I would probably get it again if I could, because it is such a great game. So that's the PC Engine games out of the way. Next up, we've got NES. Next up, I've been wanting this game for the longest time. Since I started collecting NES all them years ago. When I was predominantly collecting PAL, but I was getting American stuff from time to time. There is a PAL version of this. I think it's PAL B, or is it a PAL A? I can't remember. But yeah, not a British version anyway. And it is the Guardian Legend. So yeah, still collecting NES, but I only collect the American ones because it kind of like limits me from going all out on NES. It's just nice to pick up an NES title from time to time, and this is a bloody corker. So yeah, what's his name? Generation Pixel GP. Yeah, you need to get this in your NES as soon as possible. This is such a cool game. It mixes up multiple genres, in particular a shooter. So yeah, you go between the different level types, and yeah, I've never seen a game like it since, to be honest. It's quite an unusual game, but yeah, really cool box art again. The Japanese version of this is quite expensive, I believe. This cost me, I think it was like 25 quid, and that was posted from America as well. So fortunately there was no fees on top of that. I was a bit worried. I think it was below the threshold, so I think that was why. But yeah, for the price of this game, it is well worth it. I've been, like I said, I've been skirting and picking this up for the longest time since back in the day. But back in the day, I wanted it boxed and I wanted it in great condition. Whereas now I've got the liberty of just chilling, just enjoying picking up these games loose. I don't mind NES games loose, mainly because you get such a great big piece of artwork on the case anyway. So it's not too bad. And when you've got them stacked, you've got like the titles there, so I don't mind it too much. I really don't mind it, and especially when it's such a great game like this. Still not popped it in to play it yet, so maybe that's what I will do today, since I've not got my PC Engine. Next up, a NES game, and this just came through now. I should have prepared for this really, but I've not. I need to get a knife. Might pause. Right, we're in. So what is it that in particular are we in? It's the Hammer and Harry complete collection. No, it's not complete. Concrete collection. So yeah, this is the outer slipcase it comes in. It comes with Hammer and Harry 1, Hammer and Harry 2. Yeah, this is a bit weird. So this is actually still got the cellophane on the edge of it because the sticker itself is on that cellophane. So I wanted to keep it a little bit sort of like complete, because I don't want to throw that away. That's pretty cool to have on the back. It's a bit of a shame. I would like to be able to peel it off, but the games themselves that come in it, these had cellophane on it as well, and one of them had a sticker which is on the cellophane as well, and I've tried to peel this off and it started like coming away. It's a bit too stuck on, so yeah, it's coming away like that, so never mind. But yeah, what's quite interesting about this is it says NTSC compatible with NTSC mode only. So if you bought these in the PAL territories, you're going to be in trouble. I'm okay. I've got an American NES. I kept my American NES because I really didn't play the PAL games, and I've got an EverDrive, so I can play any of the PAL games anyway. It's just more for collecting purposes, isn't it, really? But yeah, really, these are so cool. These are some of the nicest additions I've seen. I really like what Retrobit do with these re-releases. I know they're not for everyone, but these are a little bit special. This is a bit unique. So this Hammer and Harry, we did get this over in PAL, but like not for the UK set. You won't get this for the UK set. I can't remember if it's PAL B or there's a PAL A version as well, but we definitely get it in Europe, and it's quite a tricky one to get. This one's quite an expensive one. So yeah, you get an outer sleeve, and what's cool about this, you get a little popping open up box. So yeah, it's not NES size boxes; they're a little bit bigger. But yeah, really cool artwork. They sort of smell a bit like plasticine, Play-Doh or something like that. So this is actually plastic; it's not paper. That's pretty cool. But yeah, these cartridges, wow, these are phenomenal. So this is the Hammer and Harry, the wooden, I suppose this is the mallet. I've never seen a cartridge look as beautiful as this, and they know how good this looks because it comes with quite a substantial acrylic cartridge stand. So you can put that in there, and then you can make the little characters stand up, and yeah, hopefully I've edited that out. But yeah, anyway, so they know that these cartridges are stunning because they're giving you this acrylic stand that is like a lot heavier than the cartridge itself. So this isn't going to fall over if you have it displayed. So I'm going to probably keep this in the box because I still like them together. I've not really got the space to be displaying them. But yeah, this is a game that I've played quite numerous times on various platforms. There's a PSP version of this as well, which is a bit better version. A lovely full colour manual. You got the Japanese in there, and you've got English. I'm sure you do have English, yeah, and English. So it caters for everyone. Is that everything in the bottom of the box? Yeah, so you got a nice little bit of artwork. Really, really well done. Bit of art. So yeah, really looking forward to playing that. But yeah, what's cool about the second one? So this one is more themed on the Japanese one. So this is very similar style box art to the original, although still different enough to sort of like warrant it to be, well, not a repro or anything like that. So again, this is the one that says it doesn't work on, it only works on NTSC ones. What's cool about this never came out in America, it never came out in PAL Europe. So the only way to play this was on Famicom, and obviously there was a lot of Japanese text, not like enough to stop you from playing it, but enough. But yeah, what they've actually done is translated it. So yeah, for the first time, this is a fully English version of Hammering Harry 2, which, to be honest, I've never played this game, so it's really nice to have. And yeah, this one is in concrete. Like I say, I've never seen cartridges look as cool as this. So yeah, really pleased to get this. Again, comes with the stand that's stuck to the manual, and another art book manual. So yeah, really pleased to get these. I can't wait to play Hammering Harry 2 in particular. Like I say, it's one I've never actually played, so really I don't even know where I put the bloody cartridge. Where is it? Oh, it's underneath it. Not very good at this. I'm definitely out of practice. So yeah, anyway, I'll put them away properly for later. So yeah, also comes with an outer plastic box to put this in. So yeah, we'll put that there. I've got a couple of these retro bit NES games. The only one I've got missing is the Holy Diver one. I'd love to get that one. I've missed out on that numerous times. Where's Pocky just disappeared to? She's on the floor. So anyway, yeah, that's my NES. So yeah, that's older than that. So let's put that there. So we've got a couple of Mega Drive games. So this one, yeah, we have. Hang on, there we go. So a couple of Mega Drive games. So this one I had real trouble. This one just come through now, and it's Atomic Robo Kid. So this is a cool sort of multi-direction sort of shooter, where it kind of feels a little bit platformery at times, but it's not. But yeah, what's really cool about this is just the artwork. The art style is so unique, almost a bit Gaggerish, but not very robotic. Obviously, with it being Robo Kid. But what really stands out for me, personally, why I wanted this in my collection, other than it just being a shooter, is I always remember having this as a kid. I can't remember if it was this one or the American one, which is like a red box. But I remember when I first started collecting for PAL, looking for this game, going out looking for it, and I couldn't find it. And then I've later found out that we never got this over in PAL Europe. Like I've said to people before, there was a market near me that was very big on imports. So I definitely probably would have picked this up. I'd imagine I got this version. But yeah, that artwork is stunning. So initially I bought this on eBay, and I've had to send it back because the listing said it was in good condition, and they said all round good condition in the notes. Had photos of everything, oh, this one's got the thingy in there as well. However, there was a big chunk missing out of there, which I was like, this is going to be spine only, spine showing, so it's going to kind of stand out too much. I'm not collecting anything and everything these days, so I would rather have a small but good looking collection these days. I'm not too fussed about the manual. If I can have it, I'll have it. That's great. But yeah, no. So I had to send it back. Fortunately enough, another one of these got posted up here, and I actually bought this version with the complete bit here, which is generally the same kind of condition. Other than that, for 10p cheaper, it was 10 pence I saved on the other version. So yeah, really pleased to get this in my collection. Like I say, this is a really unique shooter. It probably is a little bit harder than it should be just because of the size of the character. But yeah, one that I'm really pleased to get. Next up. So another Mega Drive game. Yeah, I was just double checking something. Yeah, so I didn't really want to get this too much because I did, but I saw like a video on it, and I was like, oh, actually, it looks pretty good. Because the artwork on here just seems really uninspiring. It's called Master of Weapon, and it just sounds just really uninspiring. But yeah, actually, the gameplay looks quite fantastic. I've not got round to playing this yet. And what's funny about this game is I can remember going to Craig's Hero Games lockup one day, and I can remember looking through all his games, and I was like, right, Craig, put this to one side for me, and I'm coming back tomorrow and picking it up. And because I saw because like I said, I looked at a video when I got home, and I was like, actually, it's not too bad. So yeah, when I went back, we couldn't find it. It just wasn't there. So yeah, I picked this one up. It was like half the price of the rest of them. And the reason for it is because it had no manual. So I don't know how hard this manual is going to be. I don't think it's going to be an easy manual to find at all. It seems to be one of the harder ones to get. It's a Taito game, which I've just been... Addy Sneaker Freak has just told me I need to go for the Taito subset. So that's one of a lot of expensive games in that bloody subset, I've got to say. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, it's really nice to get, and I need to go. In fact, I think I'm going to have a Mega Drive day tonight. Tonight I'm going to be playing definitely this, Robo Kid, and what was the other game I was going to say? Not Salamander. Oh yeah, Fantasy Zone. Yeah, I'll play that on the Mega Drive. And next one that came out in PAL territories. We got this over in the UK, although it had a different name on it. Can you tell what it is? Now, I know Dylan just picked this up about 6 months ago. I think it was at Birmingham Market, maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, this artwork on here is stunning. It's so cool. Looks really cool. This is from the same seller. I got a bit of a bundle deal from him. And yeah, really good condition. You really can't complain about the condition. Inside, even put in a little baggie for there. So yeah, really pleased to get this. So if anyone at home has figured out what it is what is it? I think it does say it on here. No, it doesn't. It's Biohazard Battle. So yeah, for people who say that like Japanese games don't have any English on them, look at that. The whole front of it is in English. So yeah, it is. People worry about collecting for Japanese because of like translation, but like when you go to the Mega Drive, you've got no issue, especially when all you're going to do is shoot things up from the sky. Very, very bizarre game. So this is sort of like got like insects flying in the air. I don't know why it's called Crying. There's like Biohazard Battle definitely suits the theming of the game. But yeah, I mean, I suppose you're going to be crying playing the game because it is quite hard from what I remember. I played this a few times when I had it on the PAL copy, but like it's not one that I've really gone to and played too much. However, I do really appreciate the artwork on here. So yeah. That's the Mega Drive games, and we've got some Sega Saturn games now, and these again from the hookup from Games Old Bird Room. Can't do that voice, can I? Especially my bloody croaky voice at the moment. So what did we get? So right, let's go like this then, shall we? So not a shooter, but we have got a fighter, and it is Vampire Hunter or Darkstalkers to you and me. So yeah, I sold this recently. This is an expensive game, although I think I paid more than what I sold mine for, even though the guy did do me a good deal. It comes with a spine cartridge, so I'm not really too fussed about that kind of stuff. But yeah, another great condition game. The guy has actually got a store with it, and he's selling some of these. But he's not sent me a message to say anything's been updated recently. I bought these probably in October or something like that. This is how long I've been having some of this stuff for. It's crazy. And then, of course, getting that, you have to get Vampire Hunter, what's it called? Vampire Savior, which is Darkstalkers 3, I believe. So yeah, awesome fighters that are sort of like themed with like sort of almost universal monsters, but then like Japaneseified. I used to absolutely love this game. I could never really get into it as much as Street Fighter. However, I always used to try to play it for the visuals, because the visuals are absolutely stunning. I don't think this comes with a spine card. It might do. Oh, hang on. Something feels a little bit spine cardy in there. No, maybe not. But yeah, like I say, I'm not too fussed. I'm not too fussed about spine cards at all, as long as the condition's good, and it is. I'm a bit gutted because I sold the big box version of this off when I sold off my collection, and the big box, it does look a lot more prettier, doesn't it? But it went to a good home, so Dave Tyler's got that, and it looks great in his collection. So yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing buying these games back again? But another game I had to get back in the collection, of course, is Gradius. Such a fantastic game. Yeah, has this got a spine card? This one has the spine card, and yeah. What more can be said about Gradius? Well, hopefully, I've been threatening this for a long bloody time. I will be doing a Gradius or Gradius? How do you say it? A Gradius, sort of like, not a review, but sort of like a personal reflection of the series, of what I've played, how I've played it, what I think of the series, and yeah, just memories, gameplay, maybe even set up a high score challenge, who knows. But yeah, if you want to know more about what I think about this, yeah, wait for the review. It'll probably be like another year's time, who knows. And then we've got a load of PS2, because, you know, again, banging that drum again. However, only one of these I've had before, so there is that. So right, let's have a look. So the first one I actually bought by mistake. I put it in an Amazon UK basket, just because I wanted to see how much it would cost to get posted over, and I forgot to take it out. And when I did a buy now of something that I needed for the house, I bought this as well, and I was like, wow, why, that cost a lot more than I was expecting. And it was because this was in it. So it only cost like 30 quid, but it took 2 months to arrive, and I was a bit dubious, because the seller was like, oh, just to let you know, this will only work on Japanese consoles. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And it is Soul Eater. So I recently put this, I put this in my basket because was talking about in a group that I was in, was talking about like fight 1 versus 1 fighters, and I think it was Horatio von Basten mentioned this game, and I thought that art cover looks fantastic. Yeah, I've still never seen the Soul Eater series, although I do have some DVDs, so maybe I need to sort that out soon. But yeah, I'm trying to think. This is a 1-on-1 fight, but I think it's not as good looking as I remember. I've not actually put this in yet to play, but I did watch some videos of it after I bought it. Well, after it arrived actually, and I remember thinking it looked a lot better when I first looked at it. So it's a bit of a probably a bit of a mistake purchase. Well, it was a mistake purchase, but I don't know. Kind of worth it for that art. Not that you'll be able to see it because it's got that stupid, like, people complain about the PAL ones, but Japanese ones are the same. Japan got very shafted as well, although we did get a few extra bits on there as well. So next up, the game that I had previously, it's Raiden 3. So yeah, comes all complete. I got this for absolute bargain. I think, at least anyway. This cost me 30 quid posted from the UK. And I sold my PS2 one for a lot more, and then since I sold it, I think the price went up again. So yeah, it's kind of a bit of a no-brainer to get the Japanese one, really, if you want to play this game. Although I think there is so many other ways to get this game. I think that's maybe why the price of this has dropped a little bit as well, because I think 30 quid is a bargain even for the Japanese one. However, there's been the PS4 re-releases, Switch re-releases, so of course I think that affects the price of these. But I'm enjoying getting the shooters again for the PS2. I said I wasn't going to, but I've got a problem, haven't I? So another thing I'm enjoying recently is looking at the fighters in the Japanese region, ones that we never got. So I've recently been playing Street Fighter 6 on the PS4, and I think I mentioned before, I'm really not enjoying it. I just enjoy sort of, it just kind of like lacks the artwork, the visual presentation. Don't get me wrong, it is quite a nice looking game. However, it's not like sort of like appeasing me the same way as games like this, Fate, Stay Night, Realm. Yes, I don't know. I can't. There's lots of words that are in English, but I can't bloody say because I'm bloody dyslexic. But yeah, this is absolutely stunning. I'm hoping this is a 1 versus 1 fight, because I do know some of these do go into visual novel territories. But yeah, is it 1 versus 1 fight? Actually, I don't think it is. I think this might be Fate. I don't know. But it was tenner. It was a tenner. So I was like, I just saw it and I just sort of like jumped on it. I do feel like it's a 1 versus 1 fight, but I also got a feeling it might be like one of them Muso games. Can I see any screenshots? So I'm looking through the manual, and I think it's one of the Muso games. I think I might have done myself over here. What have I done? I don't know. But anyway, great looking visuals, great looking game. Yeah, and it's going to sit on my shelf now. I've got no reason to sell it, except for unless like everything blows away in this bloody wind. So last game anyway, and then you can stop listening to me wittering on. And it is, we're banging that same drum again. Dodonpachi Dioju. So yeah, I recently picked this up on the PS4. Actually, I've had this for a few months. I paid like 30 quid for this. I think, again, because of the threat of the re-release coming out, a lot of these games are starting to drop in price. Whether or not they stay that way, I don't know. But all I can say, so this comes with 2 discs. One's a DVD and one I believe is a perfect run. All I can say is, yeah, the DVD is the first one, isn't it? And that's like a perfect run. All I can say is I'm enjoying playing it more on the PS2 than I am the PS4. Mainly because my PS4 isn't in sort of like Tate mode. So you can't see it, but that's my Switch one that's running in the background, and my PS4 one is that way, which is in Yoko. So because of that, I don't know, and as well, I just enjoy playing it on an actual CRT. So I think that's probably why I'm enjoying it more. So there we go. The other releases that we've got going on Esprade. Did that actually get a PS2 release? It didn't, did it? Is that one that I'm going to have to look out for? Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. It's quite I don't know what this is. This is weird. So obviously a cave game. However, it's got Psycho games. So I need to maybe do a Google Lens and see what that actually means. But yeah, it's got quite a nice few little pamphlets with it. Such a great condition game. And Stu said it before, and he is completely right. But like, yeah, Famicom games seem to be really hard to get boxed and in good condition. But after that, anything Japanese was just like looked after really well. don't get me wrong, there is still a lot of Super Famicom games loose and everything like that, but they're so much easier to find complete and in good condition. So much easier. They only degrade when they come over to our shores. But anyway, yeah, that's the last game. Absolutely fantastic. One of the better Dodonpachi games. I still prefer the first game, Donpachi. There's something about that game. I think it might be because it was the first one that I played properly, where I'm like just playing it over and over and over again to do a high score challenge. But yeah, this is great. I've got a big poster of this as well, of this, that I'm still don't know where I'm going to put. So yeah, it's these collector things that we do. You like see shiny things and we have to get them now. Anyway, that is my retro games that I picked up recently. I've got a massive box over here still from Craig's here again, and I've still got some modern games coming as well through the door. So always the case, isn't it? So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace, bye.